Hello and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, I'm Mel and I'm vegan, so this channel is mainly like vegan stuff, but today I'm going to talk about something real that a lot of people will be going through at the minute. So basically I lost my job because of COVID-19, and I feel like a lot of people are in the same situation. So this isn't like a complaining video, this is going to be like a bit of a support video, what I found out, what I needed to know, and if anyone's in a similar situation, what you might need to know and what you can do basically. So a bit of background. So right now in the UK, lockdown is easing, the shops are reopening, retail shops have opened on Monday the 15th of June, supermarkets were like open anyway, and then the next phase will be like restaurants, cinemas, dresses, stuff. Obviously there's still social distancing in place, some schools have opened and some have chose not to, so we're kind of like easing even though still pretty high. So we went into lockdown in March. I can't even remember, it feels like so long ago. I think this is like the 10th week that, or maybe the 11th week now that we've been in lockdown or quarantine, but as I said, everything's kind of starting to go back. So it was like middle of March where Boris Johnson said, okay, we're going into lockdown now, everything's closing, staying at home. So I was put on furlough, so I wasn't working. While I was on furlough, the place that I worked at went into administration. So I basically worked in a restaurant within a retail shop, so I knew that when the shops opened, the restaurant wouldn't open straight away anyway. So as it went into administration, know if I was going to keep my job or not, what was going to happen. I found out that they were going to close quite a lot of stores, and they did, and then my store was obviously okay. Still like waiting to hear what was going to happen because obviously no one knew. And then the online business did really well because obviously the place was closed, so that was fine. And then I found out that I was being made redundant. So the place that I worked is still open. The place that I worked at, which was the restaurant, has closed. I'm not going to say where it was. There's like no bad feelings on my company, like it is what it is. You just have to like make do. I'm not gonna badmouth it. So yeah, it happened. I was made redundant. So I was like, oh my god, like I had no idea what I was going to do. So I had like so many thoughts for the first like probably week. Like I was really upset of like that I wasn't going to see my friends that I worked with. We were all like really close and I worked there for 5 years, so it is quite a long time to like be like best friends with people that you work with. But yeah, like I was sad about that. I realized that like I was grieving for something. Like it sounds so weird, and obviously like I'm so sorry to anyone that has like lost loved ones or, you know, going through a really hard time during this. Way that I can or know something about, then like hopefully this video will help you. So yeah, it is like a grieving process, like you're saying goodbye to something, it's the end of like something that you've done for so long, so that's fine. So you just have to like process it and go through it, and it's totally okay to like feel whatever you feel. Like feelings are feelings, everyone has feelings, and that's fine. Saying goodbye to like my friends and stuff, obviously like I couldn't see them, like we're in quarantine, so like we couldn't even hug it out or like, you know, meet up. I was obviously worried, like I rent my flat here on my own, so like I was like, oh my god, like how, like do I have to move? Like there was so many like feelings. Like I thought about it properly and like obviously stopped spiraling, because I think that's what you do. Like at first you're just like, oh my god, there's like so much to think about, but then once you like look at like the problem smaller, then you realize like it's not that bad. Like one big problem is just loads of little problems, so if you think of them as like little problems, then it makes it so much easier. So yeah, I was so worried about like losing my flat, and I was like, where am I gonna live? Like, do I have to move back to Cumbria where my family are like 2 hours away? Like, there was so much like things to think about. Then like a few days after that of like such panic, I realized like what I needed to do. Yeah, like I hope this helps. So I was quite lucky, and I'm so grateful for this. But basically, like the team that I worked with, because we were all made redundant, so basically I was like, I had the team there, so like we all did it together. So I had to obviously apply for redundancy through the government, and like I'd never done that before, and like we're all quite young, like a lot of them are a lot younger than me and like live at home with the parents and stuff. So we were all like, oh my god, what is this form? So we all did it together, so I was really lucky. And obviously I know that's not the case with everyone because of like lockdown, you can't all get together and work together. So basically I found out all the resources that I needed. So the main thing was like doing that form, and then like I think I had to think about like if I needed income support, like job seekers, which in the UK is like help of the government. Like they're there for you to use, like if you need them. Like don't feel guilty, like it's probably not forever. I hope not for me anyway. But you know, they're there for you, like they're resources for you to use. And like if you need to know what you need, make sure that you check it out. There's so much information on the internet, and you just have to like use it. And once you find out like all the resources that you need, you realize that you're not like stuck, you're not going to lose your house, like yeah, like you just need to get the help basically. Find out what support you need. Like, do you need help with food? Like, you know, don't struggle to eat. Like, there's so many places, or like friends or somebody that can help you. I have the Olio app, which is quite hard to use at the moment, but basically it's to reduce food waste. So if people have food going out of waste, or you know they want to get rid of it, when restaurants are open, they use it to get rid of like their food instead of just throwing it in the bin. Like, find out resources like that that you need. Will help so much. I've always had a job, so this for me is like really weird, especially if like I'm living somewhere where I need to pay my rent. You kind of just have to think of it like as an opportunity. Like, I know it's like so horrible, but like it is an opportunity. And for me, like I went to uni and I finished uni like 5 years ago, and I've been stuck in this job that is completely nothing to do with my course at uni. So for me, this is like, right, now I need to work on that. Like, what can I do? It's kind of like a bigger push that I want to go in that direction. Like, obviously a job's a job, and if I get whatever job, like I'll take it, but I'd prefer to have like a job in something that I wanted. So yeah, try and look at it like that way. Like, you do, like that might not happen at first, and I don't think it did really for me. I think it's been like 3 weeks now since I've been unemployed. So yeah, try and look at it like that. Like, weigh up the positives, write them down, do whatever you need to do. Yeah, find out all the resources that you need, and then work on your CV. Like, you've got time now. Like, write a new CV, look up CV workshops online. There is so much out there. My CV is on like nearly every job site, and there's like over 6 that have my CV on. I changed my CV. I thought it was like great, but I got 2 people to look at it, and I've changed it completely. Then I read like another tip somewhere that you can alter it to fit that job. So, you know, I might need to do that, and that's fine. If I need to do that, I've got the time now. And like, make up cover letters. I never do cover letters, but like now I can look at them, I can like research them, think about what I need to say. If you've only been like in one job, you've got skills, you've got experience, write them down. Think about what skills and experience you have. You can always transfer skills from like anywhere, from like interests, hobbies. Like sell yourself. Think about it. Like it's so horrible writing about yourself, but you know, they don't know you. Either they need to know like what you're good at, basically. So like think about what you want to do. Like obviously a job is a job and that's fine, but yeah, like you could completely change now. You could go into like a completely different career, like do anything that you wanted. So like I don't think you're alone, because there's so many people, and it's like it's so scary, and I think it's like almost worse because everything's kind of moving forward now and everyone's going back to work, and like for me especially, like I feel a bit lost. Like everyone's like going back to work and stuff, and like nothing's open, so I can't even like go out to like distract myself. Like there's so many people, so yeah, like reach out, talk to them, ask them what they're doing. Don't think you're the only person like unemployed. Like for me especially, like I was like, oh my god. So like I had the time where I was really sad, and then like I spiraled, like panic, like oh my god, where am I gonna live? But then I found like once I started being productive and like looking at jobs and starting my CV and like thinking about what skills I had, and like applying for jobs that usually I'd never have the time to apply for, I found like because I was being productive, I was less like thinking and down about it. Like because I knew I was trying and doing something about it, instead of just like sat like worrying and moping. Like I found that helps so much. If like you don't get a job for 6 months, that's fine. It's like don't worry, like the economy is so bad right now, going into like a recession, so like don't think oh my god, it's like just about, like it's nothing to do with you, it's just the way that things are happening. But don't like be down about it, just have to keep trying. And I know like, so if I didn't get a job for 6 months, then it is what it is, but I could use that time wisely. I could volunteer, and there's like loads of food banks around me that like I could volunteer in, and I have 2 volunteer roles anyway, but at the moment they are obviously not on because of COVID. Like if you're not working and obviously it's safe to do so, like volunteer, then you know, use that time, because as well gaps on your CV don't look too good. But obviously like because of COVID, like you can just say, well, like I didn't get a job because of COVID or whatever. Or like, well, I was volunteering at the time, it looks so much better, and literally like you could do 1 hour a week. So I know for me especially, because I will, while my friends are like working and stuff, I will get so bored and I'll be like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? So that is something that I will look at. Like so many opportunities, you just have to like look for them, find the resources that you need. It's like obviously really stressful at the minute for like everyone. I really hope this video has helped someone. And also like if you've got time for interviews, because I hate interviews, and I always found like I had less time to prep for them, or if I was so tired from my other job and I had like an interview the next day, I'd be like too tired to prep for it. Yeah. Take it as an opportunity, and I really hope it helps. And like I said, like I'm so sorry to anyone that has like lost loved ones or whatever. You know, it's such a hard time for everyone. So I hope this video was okay and helped you. Any questions, like comment below. Other people can comment too, and like you can DM me on Instagram, anything like that. And if you have any interview tips, that would be really good. Anyway, like I hope that you are okay if this has happened to you or your friend or whoever. Like I hope you're okay, and like I really hope everyone is safe and well. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon.